My name is Grace. I am a literacy specialist at PS 94 in Sunset Park. I am a poet and a writer, and I'm here to have a storytelling slash literacy lesson with you today. To start our lesson, I would like you to grab a pen or a pencil and a piece of paper, anything that you can write with. And once you've got that, I want you to think hard about what the most beautiful thing you've seen today, this week, or this weekend was. What was the most beautiful thing that you saw, that you witnessed today, or this week, or this weekend? And I don't want you to limit yourself to just beautiful things that are pretty, like a flower. Something that could be beautiful can be something that makes your heart feel happy. For example, on my way to the subway yesterday, I was exiting the subway and I saw a mother with a stroller, and she could not get up the stairs with her heavy stroller and her two other children. And so several people came and helped her bring the stroller up the stairs so she could get safely onto the street. And that was a beautiful thing, and the most beautiful thing that I witnessed this week. What was the most beautiful thing you witnessed this week? Write a couple of sentences or a paragraph. Next, I'd like you to think about your community. What is a community? A community is a group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristic in common. So your community might be your friends at school, your teachers, your family, your neighbors, the businesses in your neighborhood. Those are all examples of a community that you are a part of. And I want you to think about what goes on in your community during winter. Right now, while I'm recording this, it's January. And one thing that might go on in my community is we celebrate Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It might also be in your community coming up on Lunar New Year. And with these events that are happening in our community come traditions. What are traditions? Traditions are customs or beliefs passed down from generation to generation. So a tradition to read and listen to Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech every year on that day is a tradition in my community. Having firecrackers at Lunar New Year might be a tradition in yours, or decorating a Christmas tree. Those are all examples of traditions. So what traditions or events occur in your community at this time of year? Make a quick list. Once you've made that list, we can move on to a short video. I want you to open your listening ears and have a listen to this music that I'm going to play for you. And afterwards, I'll tell you why the voices that you're listening to are really important to the story we're going to read together today.
Uligo Basti. Fall. Ola. Winter. Gogeyi. Spring. Gogi. Summer. We are grateful. Kojali Heli Ga.
So those beautiful voices that you were hearing were the Cherokee National Choir. And the Cherokee is a tribe of Native Americans. And in their community, they say, "Oh Holly Jolly Ga," which means we are grateful throughout the year. And the book we're going to read today is written by a Cherokee author named Tracy Sorrell, and it's called We Are Grateful. Let's read it together. All you have to do is sit back and listen and take in the pictures and the words, and we'll do an activity afterwards. So this is our cover. We see a community gathering. We Are Grateful by Tracy Sorrell. Cherokee people say "Oh Hali Jaliga" to express gratitude. Can you say that? "Oh Hali Jaliga"? Great. It is a reminder to celebrate our blessings and reflect on struggles daily throughout the year and across the seasons. When cool breezes blow and leaves fall, we say it with me, "Oh Hali Jaliga." As shell shakers dance at night around the fire and burnt cedars scent drifts upwards during the great new moon ceremony, as we clean our houses, wear new clothes, enjoy a feast, and forget old quarrels to welcome the Cherokee New Year. While we collect buckrush and honeysuckle to weave baskets and have hope as our Alisi, Grandma cradles the newest member of the family and reveals his Cherokee name, to remember our ancestors who suffered hardships and loss on the Trail of Tears. As bears sleep deep and snow blankets the ground, we say, "Oh Hali Jaliga." We are grateful. Gola means winter. While elders share stories and we savor buttery bean bread and steamy hominy soup, when we feed our animal and bird friends, as older children teach the younger ones how to make corn husk dolls and play cane flutes. So this community is doing a lot of stuff together, right? Here they're gathering to have a meal together. The younger kids are being taught by the older ones. They're playing in the snow. They're welcoming new members of their community, like newborn babies, weaving baskets together, celebrating their new year. While we gather to remember an uncle who has passed on, as men cuddle babies and sing traditional lullabies in Tasaligi, Cherokee. When showers fill streams and shoots spring up, we say, "Oh Hali Jaliga." Gogi means spring. While men sing asking for thunder and lightning's protection of the emerging sprouts that women tend, as we gather wild onions, spring's first food, and serve them with hen's eggs. As we practice patience to sew pucker toe moccasins and coil clay to build beautiful pots. As we plant anish, strawberries, and ancestral stories' sweet-smelling reminder not to argue with each other. As we embrace a clan relative heading off to serve our country. Gogi means summer. As the crops mature and the sun scorches, we say, "Oh Hali Jaliga." We are grateful. When we grasp our gigs and wade into the cool creek to catch crawdads for summer, as we sink our teeth into the season's first harvest at the green corn ceremony, while we click-clack sticks, chase a small ball, and fling it high at the stickball game pole. So the community is not only working together and mourning together and making sacrifices with each other, they're also having fun and experiencing joy together through ceremony and food and sport and play. So the community is there for you in good times and bad. When we recall the ancestors' sacrifices to preserve our way of life, to celebrate Nulas Tanidola, history, and listen to our tribal leaders speak at Cherokee National Holiday. Every day, every season, let's say it together. "Oh Hali Jaliga." We are grateful. And that is the end of We Are Grateful by Tracy Sorrell. I hope you enjoyed that book. And now I would like you to grab a piece of paper and something to draw with. If you have markers or crayons or colored pencils, I want you to draw something you're grateful your community does together. It doesn't have to just be in winter, but it can be. I'd like you to draw something you're grateful your community does together. It could be something you do at home with your family. It could be something you do in the park with friends and neighbors. It could be trick-or-treating at local businesses at Halloween time. Anything that you're grateful your community does together. I'd like you to draw a picture of that. Take 5 or 10 minutes to do so. Put a little color in it. Make it come to life on the page for me and for you. And when you've done that, after you've done your amazing drawing, I hope that you can share it with a grown-up in your house or maybe a sibling, anyone that can see your hard work that you've done. I want you to think about this question and maybe discuss it with someone in your home. How does taking care of each other benefit everyone in our community? How does taking care of each other, like we saw the Cherokee Nation doing in We Are Grateful by Tracy Sorrell, how does taking care of each other benefit everyone in our community? And that's a question I will leave you with. Thank you for all your hard work today. Great job.